What up, people? Greetings to you and welcome to another round on the analysis. What if I told you that by January 2026, simply owning a bank account in Nigeria will no longer be business as usual? A new rule is coming, one that could change how millions of Nigerians access and use their money. And whether it brings transparency or tension depends on how prepared you are. And that is why this information is very timely. Well, the big announcement is coming in from the federal government. They have declared that from January 1st, 2026, every taxable Nigerian must have a tax identification number, TIN, or taxpayer identification number to operate a bank account. This is coming directly from Taiwo Ayodele, who is the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform. Well, this requirement is backed by Section 4 of the Nigerian Tax Administration Act, which officially takes effect on the same date. You have been hearing about tax reform. This is part of what is coming from the tax reform. What this really means is what I'm going to tell you now. This policy is not just another bureaucratic hurdle. It's a part, yes, it's part of a broader plan to tighten Nigeria's tax system, reduce leakages, and expand the tax net, and push the country closer to global best practices. But here's the twist. Not everyone is affected. Students and dependents, people who technically do not earn taxable income, are exempted. They can maintain their bank accounts without a TIN. But why does this matter? This policy is set to reshape how Nigerians relate with the banking system in several ways. Number one of the ways is financial transparency is about to skyrocket. A lot of people have been doing some shady deeds without getting transparency, but this will aid financial transparency. By linking bank account to tax record, the government wants to ensure that income flows align with tax obligations. This could help curb fraud, tax evasion, unexplained wealth, and underground financial activities. Millions may rush to get TIN just by looking at this video. The TIN registration centers and the Joint Tax Board could see a surge in applications. Expert queues, online traffic, and perhaps a Scrabble similar to that of the NIN saga. Even as we speak, people are still queuing up to register their NIN. Unless the government simplifies the process, it's going to be a tedious one. Businesses will need to clean up their books. Small business owners who have been operating informally will now be compelled to regularize their tax status to keep their account running smoothly. Bank will face operational pressure. Yes, of course. Even before now, when you get to the bank, customer service is always tight. This time around, it's going to be even more, pressure on them. Before 2026, bank will need to update customers' data. That is what it means, and enforcing compliance and probably putting millions of customers through another KYC cycle. Do you think we'll be able to achieve that looking at the shortest possible time that we have? Well, some of the concerns is why the policies aimed at reform. Nigerians may have valid worries. Some of the worries are not too far from what you're thinking. Will the process be seamless or stressful? Your guess is as good as mine. How will low-income earner cope? Could this deepen financial exclusion for people who struggle with documentation? Will the government ensure nationwide awareness before the enforcement? Because a lot of people are not even aware of what's going to happen when we just start the year 2026. This question highlights why communication and implementation will be crucial. Now, let's look at the bigger pictures. Many countries already require tax IDs for financial transactions. So, in principle, Nigeria is aligning with global standard. However, with Nigeria's digital infrastructure and documentation challenges that we face day in, day out, policymakers will need to ensure smooth onboarding. If done well, this reform could boost national revenue, reduce corruption, and as well improve public services. If done poorly, it could create confusion, panic, and resentment. So, to you, my audience, this is more than a tax update. It is a financial identity shift. January feels far away, but for millions of Nigerians, the countdown to compliance has already started. The real question is, will Nigeria be ready? And more importantly, will you be ready? Thank you for staying with me on this analysis. I'll see you in the next one. Stay blessed.